Hello, YouTube, it's your boy, the Crazy Trader, and I'm here again with your favorite stock review. Like I always say, scared money don't make no money, and you always gotta risk it to get the biscuit. I'm not a professional trader, so stop taking my trades. This is just for educational and information purposes only. Don't follow my trades. You would go broke. Hey, 2% today, 2,100. That's a lot of money for me. I don't know about you though. But hey, my portfolio did pretty well and it still continue to do pretty well. At an all-time high was at 150,000. That means I've lost some money. Which is okay because I this portfolio had just an investment of like 40,000. So for now, I'm still good on profits. I'm not bored about it. I'm happy. Palantir. I'm still selling Palantir. Unfortunately, I believe in this company so much. I tell people that I bought Palantir even at $7, at $8. I was buying Palantir. I was stacking up on it. I had 400 shares. I've sold so many of them, so much of them just for profit, and I'm down to my last 20 shares. I wanted to keep 50, but when I look at the volatility of the market, I think Palantir should be the one that I sell. So I am selling it. Maybe I'll keep the last 10. Maybe I will not. But I have 20. I know for sure I'll sell 10 more. Maybe I'll keep the last 10 because I do still believe in the company, but I think the valuations are too high for me right now. And I'm going to move my profits into Robinhood. I love Robinhood. I have always loved Robinhood. I had both Palantir and Robinhood at all points of time in my portfolio. You can go and look at my old videos from 3 4 years ago. I had Palantir. I've always been holding on to these companies, and I've always believed in them. Why am I moving into Robinhood? I think Robinhood has a better chance of doubling my money for me. It's not like Robinhood is a better company than Palantir. I think Robinhood is a great company. They are not in the same industry. So Robinhood is a great company. Palantir is a great company. I actually believe Palantir would make Robinhood better. You know what I mean? But when it comes to my money and where I want to invest it and where I think is going to give me the greatest returns, I think Robinhood will do that. So that's what I'm going to do, invest more money in Robinhood, and I hope, because I hope and I believe that this company is going to be a $200 company this fall. Well, I've seen it so many times. I've seen stocks go up, stocks come down. I've seen it so many times, so it's nothing new to me. I bought Robinhood when it was at $38. When they IPO'd at $38, I bought them. It went all the way down to 7 and 8, and I kept buying it. So today I'm not really too worried about what they do. As you can see, I'm holding the buying power of 8,200. I think this should get to around 9,000. If yes, this should get to around 9,000 because I have some unsettled funds in there. If I can keep on to this, I'm able to hold on to this and maybe OpenAI IPO, I might buy some OpenAI, or if SpaceX IPO, I might buy something. But if they don't IPO, I'll still keep pumping money into Robinhood. Let me go to Robinhood and give you my thesis on Robinhood, something that you can do by yourself, but I'll just go over it with you. I tell people that doing your due diligence on a stock is not something that is supposed to be hard. Just go to Google, type any question that you want about the company, and then it will pop up. Especially in the age of AI, you don't even have to go to Google. Go to OpenAI, wherever you want. ChatGPT, go to ChatGPT. Go to whatever Anthropic, Claude, Gronk, whatever you find your information from. Go over there and read about the company and read about their finances. You just type it into ChatGPT. Tell him to explain it to you as a 5-year-old if you're not too much of a financial person. Okay, so look at Robinhood. Robinhood is 75.99. Let's say $76 right now. It dropped all the way down to the 70s. Sometimes I'm not an early riser, so I don't wake up early, so I don't catch all these moves. But this was even old. This was 5 a.m., 6. Look at that. I don't catch all these moves too early because I wake up very late. But I'll take you down. My average cost for Robinhood is $32. I have 257 shares. It's 18% of my portfolio. I don't like it when it's 18% of my portfolio because when it drops, my whole portfolio drops. When it goes up, my whole portfolio goes up. But it's Robinhood, so I can't complain. My total return is 11,200, 136% on Robinhood already. Even though the stock is actually down about 50 to 60%. Um, I buy daily $20 every day, rain or shine, unless weekends or the markets are closed. So I'm continuing to buy until I get 500 shares of Robinhood. You can see my market cap here. My market cap, $68 billion. $68 billion. PE ratio 34.70. I don't really care about that. All time high was 153. 52-week low was $27. So what am I saying here? This is 153 at all time high. So for it to go all time high, it has to double with $10 more. it has to double. So I feel like if all both of them go all time high, if my money is in Palantir or if my money is in Robinhood, Robinhood will give me the greatest return on Palantir. Um, why am I saying that? Because I believe it that Robinhood will double quicker than Palantir. Sorry, sorry for the Palantir lovers. I am one too. But hey, so I went to Google, just a quick, due diligence on not on my path. I just do this, yeah, just for people to, understand these companies because I have already, read about these companies. I've done this, years and years back, even when Palantir, when Robinhood was just getting revenue from like three sources, just which is options and stocks. They hadn't had crypto and all the other credit cards and all the other revenues yet. They haven't had it yet. So you can look at this. It says Robinhood earnings compared to Palantir earnings in Q4 2025. Both companies showed strong growth, but Palantir outperformed expectations by more dramatically than Robinhood, which is true. I think Palantir is a great company. It's going to be one of the best companies in the world. Palantir report. This is what I want you to see. Palantir reported 1.4 billion in revenue, 1.41 billion in revenue, exceeding estimates with a 127% rule of 40. Robinhood reported 1.28 billion, almost 1.3 billion in revenue. So Robinhood is $68 billion in market cap. Palantir is about $340 billion in market cap. So if you look at the market cap itself, Palantir is about four times bigger in market cap than Robinhood. And in the last quarter, they almost reported the same amount of revenue, almost the same amount of revenue. So revenue wise, I think Robinhood is kind of meeting Palantir, boot for boot when it comes to revenue wise. Is Palantir going to exceed this revenue? Yes, I think eventually they're going to get in more revenue over time, but their valuation is still at 340 billion. Okay, so all they are going to do is meet up with their valuation. But for Robinhood, all they are going to do is increase their valuation. So you can see that when 1.4 compared to 1.28 billion, the revenue speaks for itself. I want to show you how this was done. I don't know why these people, when they report revenue, they use the same color. This is like a light blue and a deep blue. I'm not too great with colors. People know colors more than I do, but you can see the estimated revenue earnings per share, which is the EPS, and then the reported EPS. So it was a slight beat over here, but the reason why you saw the stock drop is because you didn't. People were expecting the 19% they did in the few quarters back, and the 35% and the 19%. So in the last quarter, it was just a little beat off 4.76. Percent. That's why people were like, oh, and they missed a little. They missed their crypto earnings. So everybody, oh, crypto revenue, and people were all crying. But if this is normal because they are having more channels of revenue coming in. I just got invited to a Robinhood banking, the credit cards. I've been on the credit card waste list for like a year and a half or 2 years. They Most of these, I think, is a pilot program that they are actually even doing because I don't know why they keep people on the wait list for that long. And a lot of people I know are also on the wait list. I just went also on Google and say list all the Robinhood sources of revenue. And I'm not supposed to do this for you, but I would do this for you. Payment for order flow, which is the primary source of uh, you know their money by Robinhood, just directing customers to equities and options and cryptocurrencies to them. Because so Robinhood doesn't. It's just acting like a middleman between you and these market makers, and the market makers pay them for directing them, giving them business. That's all. Options trading, currency trading, all these things are all transaction based. Equities trading, net interest revenue, your money that is uninvested. Robinhood is getting um, interest on it, but they are also giving you a little bit of interest from that. Robinhood Gold subscriptions, I think it's $5. I pay subscription, services, so I love it. I love the Robinhood Gold. I love the access that it gives me. Securities lending, which is stock loan, stock lending, and all that. That credit card interfaces, yes, also that, and other sources of revenue. They are adding banking services to it, and I'm going to move to their banking services because I like what they are giving. They are offering. They are offering a 3.65%, I believe, on your savings and a 3 point 2 5% on your checking. No other bank does that. So I think I'm going to go with that. Yeah, I don't think you can get into it with less than $100,000 in your portfolio. The reason why I got invited is because I have $100,000 in my portfolio. So I think that's one of the requisites for being invited, having over $100,000 in your portfolio. So those are some of the sources of revenue that Robinhood has, and they are still adding more and more and more as the time goes on. So I believe it's actually a revenue gold mine, and it's going to do great and amazing. Don't let me convince you otherwise. If you think it's a shitty company, fine. I think it's a great company, and it will continue to do amazing. Anyways, have an amazing Friday and be safe out there. Peace.